Good morning, grade 9s. Welcome back to another video where we're going to explain to you just a little bit more about the direct and then also the indirect proportion. Okay, the indirect we also normally refer to as the inverse proportion. Okay, the direct proportion, direct proportion, we use the pirate method. Okay, I'll explain to you a little bit on that now. Then opposite to that is the indirect proportion or the inverse proportion, where we use the other way around. So I normally refer to that as the other way around. Let's have a look. Okay, with the direct proportion, it means that with the direct proportion, we use the pirate method. So pirate method used when we are dealing with a direct relation. What does that mean? That means as the one part of the rate increases, the other part also increases. Like for example, if you've got 5 chocolates, it's costing you 62 Rand 50. But now we've got more chocolates. So are you expecting the price to go up or down? Up. Yes, because the more chocolates you buy, the more it's going to cost you. Okay, so can you see it's a direct relation? The more, the more. Okay, the more chocolates, the more it's going to cost you. And we use the pirate method with direct proportions. Okay, so as the amount of the chocolate increases, the cost will also increase, which is 100 Rand there. Okay, opposite to the pirate method, let's have a look at the indirect proportion, which we also normally refer to as the inverse proportion. Okay, the other way around used when we are dealing with indirect proportion. So I normally just refer to it as the other way around. You can refer to it whatever you want to, but it's just I'll show you why I call it the other way around. Okay, and very important, we are dealing with indirect relations. So meaning as the one side increases, the other side decreases, or as the one side decreases, the other side will increase. This is different to the pirate method. Remember, the pirate method has a direct proportion or direct relation. As the one goes up, the other side also goes up. The more chocolates you buy, the more you're going to pay. So what is an example of an indirect proportion? Let's have a look. So it takes 6 workers 3 days to paint a certain house. How long will it take 12 workers to paint that exact same house, assuming that they work at exactly the same pace? So can you see that the more workers you have, the less time it should take them theoretically to finish that house? Okay, I'm going to say that again. The more workers you have, the more help you have, the more people you come in to help you, the less time it should take you to finish painting or finish painting or whatever you do with that house. Okay, so it takes 6 workers, 3 days. So we're going to write that up. So we do it the same as the pirate method. We write it up. 6 workers equals 3 days. We don't want 6 workers. We want 12 workers. But in your mind, you should have already said now, but this is an indirect proportion because the more workers I have, the less days it should take me to finish that house. So we're going to use the other way around. And why do I say that? I always cross my hand up. I say we start in the opposite direction as where we would have started with the pirate method. So you are going to start opposite in the 3 days. So it's the other, and then you're going to cross your other hand over that, and you're going to say we're going to multiply first. Okay, so you bring your one hand up as if you are blocking somebody off who wants to hit you. You say you start in the opposite direction, and instead of dividing first, you're going to times first. Okay, so you're going to work anti-clockwise there to get to your final answer at the bottom there. So you're going to say 3 times 6 divided by 12. 3 times 6 divided by 12. And then it should give you an answer of 1.5 days. So does that make sense? The more workers you have, the less days. So you've got double the workers, which means you should divide actually your days by 2, which gives you 1.5 days. Okay, let's have a look at another example. It takes 3 builders 60 days to complete a project on a house. How long will it take if you only have 1 builder working on that same project? So you write up how you would have with your pirate method. 3 builders equals 60 days. We don't want 3 builders. We only have 1 builder. So you start in the opposite direction as where you would have started with the pirate method. Where would you have started with the pirate method? At 1 builder. You would have said 1 divided by 3 times 60. No? So now you start in the opposite corner, opposite direction. You start at 60 days and you times first. So 60 times 3 divided by 1, which gives you 180 days. Okay, let's have a look at another example. You have a raffle going on at your school. 3 students can win 2,000 Rand each. So 2,000 Rand each if they guess the correct answer. But if there are more than one correct answer, or more than more than 3 students who guess the answer right, they will just share that amount amongst themselves. So the students will share the money amongst all the students who guessed it right. How much will each student get if 5 people guessed it right? So you're going to write up your statistics or what you have and what you want. 3 winners is equal to 2,000 Rand. But we don't have 3 winners, we have 5 winners. So you're going to start in the opposite direction and you're going to times first. So 2,000 times 3 divided by 5 should give you that each person will then get 1,200 Rand each if 5 people guess the answers right. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And I think that is it for this slide. Let's have a look. I think your homework is on the next slide. Yes, there we are. So your homework is exercise 1.8, page 13, number 1 to 9. But please note for this lesson, there's no indirect examples. The only ones that you'll be getting is direct. For tomorrow, there's the exercise 1.9 that will contain a mixture of indirect and direct proportions. So you need to nitpick, or you need to be able to identify which ones are direct, where we use the pirate method, or which ones are indirect, where we use the other way around. Okay, thanks grade 9s. You must have a wonderful day. Bye.